Maintaining and managing safety records. Keeping good safety records is important for the following reasons. It enables the PCBU to monitor health and safety performance. It is a legal requirement, in many cases, to keep certain health and safety records available for inspection. Why keep WHS records? Record keeping has many purposes and benefits, including demonstrating to your workers, the regulator, investors, shareholders, customers and so on, that you're effectively managing work health and safety and complying with the laws. Demonstrating how you made your decisions about safety issues. Providing a starting point for future decision-making or risk assessments. Helping you target training for your workers, managers and supervisors for the key hazards in your workplace. Helping you review risks following any changes to legislation or your business activities. What to document? The detail and extent of your records will depend on the size of your workplace and the potential for major safety issues. Keep information on the identified hazards, assessed risks and chosen control measures. This includes any hazard checklists and forms, worksheets and assessment tools you used. Hazards, incidents, near misses and injuries that your workers tell you about. How and when the control measures were implemented, monitored and reviewed. Who you consulted with. Training records, currency and refresher requirements. Any proposed plans for change in your workplace. As well as the final version of any policy or procedure. You should keep notes from consultation with your workers, and information gathered from suppliers or manufacturers. Specific legal requirements. Under the Work Health and Safety Regulations, there are specific record-keeping requirements. Some include risk assessments and safe work method statements. Incident reports. Health monitoring results. Inspections and modifications to registered plants and equipment. Training and licensing records. Ensuring the workplace is aware and compliant with record keeping. Ensuring the records are accessible and available when required. Storage and access to the records. The key safety documents must be easily accessible to all workers in the workplace. A central collection or safety manuals in the workplace, or online is great for audit purposes, but it might not be practical for all workers. How to make records and safety documentation available in the workplace. Display policies on your notice board. Keep a register of the chemicals used on your worksite printed out in their main storage area together with the safety data sheets. Make safe work procedures into posters that are positioned near each piece of equipment. Keeping documents up to date. Out-of-date safety policies, plans and procedures are of no use as they would not meet and address the safety requirements at that current time. Generally, an annual time frame for reviewing your documents is a good practice. Reviews of the documents must take place if the safety procedures are not effectively managing the risk. A new hazards or risks is identified. Changes to your work environment, business or key personnel are introduced. New equipment or chemicals are purchased. A consultation indicates you need to review the documentation, or workers request a review of the documentation. An incident occurs in the workplace. Keeping past versions. Don't shred any outdated safety documentation, or completely overwrite your documents, as you may need to refer to these for legal or knowledge preservation purposes. The correct records management procedure is to clearly mark them as obsolete. A big red stamp or watermark across the page that says "replaced" with a date may be all you need. Move them into an archive area, whether that's online or physical. Make sure you tell all the workers that there are new versions that should now be used. If there are documents displayed or used around your workplace, remove and replace them. Implement a system. Document control is simply a matter of noting dates, version numbers, status, draft or final, approved, and who authorized the versions. It's important that the documents have been approved by the highest possible authority in your workplace. Keeping records. It's important to investigate and record any accidents or near misses. This will provide a document trail in cases where justification of the actions is required, but it will also help to avoid similar incidents happening again. Investigate the incident. What went wrong? Why? What could have prevented it? Document the details of the incident and the answers to those questions for future reference. And act on the information. Records that should be kept include minutes of meetings, noting important decisions and the reasons for them. File notes, a record of important conversations in person or on the phone. Training records, documenting any training undertaken by workers or volunteers. Incident records, notes taken or forms completed in the event of any injury or incident. Consistency in the type of information gathered in relation to any incident, and any investigation of the surrounding circumstances is essential. It is a good idea to have a specific form for this kind of record. The records should also include regular reviews of the effectiveness of the risk management strategy itself. Ask questions such as, how effective is our risk management strategy? Are measures working the way they are supposed to? How accurate is the risk assessment process? Are all risks being identified? Have risk treatment methods made our workplace safer? Are safety procedures being followed? Are safety records accurate, consistent, and up to date? The process of monitoring and reviewing the risk management strategy may result in documented administrative procedures such as policies, guidelines, codes of practice, and rules. Thank you for listening. We are here to help you. Contact us at info@focalitraining.com. Visit www.focal.com.